we return once more to Willow Street, within the Brightwind Markets in the city of Berthy. Last we left off, our adventurers bore witness to a seemingly malfunctioning experiment as a student of the Fine-Grat Society. Nessa Trillick was debuting her Star-Glass Demonstrator, a device intended to help with the education of students on the various constellations in the night skies that had seemingly turned rogue and began attacking the merchant stalls all around it. We pick up at the exact moment we left off, as the demonstrator turns and lunges towards Nessa, its creator, as the five of you react. And as I said at the end of last session, I'm going to need you all to roll initiative. Let's find out where you are in the initiative order. 25 to 20. Who've we got?
You're optimistic, I love it.
All right, 20 to 15. First initiative of the campaign, going so well. 15 to 10.
Me! I got 14.
Alrighty.
I got a 12.
Hey, look at us winners up top.
Hell yeah.
10 to 5.
5 total, yeah.
5.
5.
Oh, Bridget.
I got a natural 1 with a +1, so 2.
All right. So when it gets to Talis and Lottie, I will let you guys decide in a moment if one of you wants to go first or if you want to act at the same time. Because I just think that would be interesting since I don't think you two are going to get on. So at the top of the initiative order, we have Saoirse.
Okay.
So, first of all, Saoirse, where in the street do you think you would have been? You were shopping. You had a shopping list.
Yeah, I would say I'm going to be like right by a stall. So I imagine the ones at the bottom is kind of a stall, isn't it, with the white? Between the guy who looks like Keanu Reeves from here.
Okay, so we can put you down here in like at this stall here.
Yeah.
All right, there we go. It is your turn. What would you like to do?
Okay. I like to think that, like, with the commotion that's going on, she's gonna fling her little, like, notebook, not far away, but maybe onto, like, the stall, and I'm gonna cast Lacerate on the demonstrator.
Goodness, you start off this combat by casting one of my favorite spells, you bitch. Okay.
Yeah. Like, you might like that.
So what does it look like? What do we see as you cast Lacerate?
So I like to think that it's like a whole bunch of mage hands have come out, but they're all cat paws, like with all like the claws. Just a whole bunch of them just going over, just like you know,
the worst cat scratches possible.
Yeah.
Don't forget to wash the scratch after you have been scratched, by the way. Good advice.
I don't. Cat scratch reaver, it's real and it'll get you.
And that is it a roll to hit or is it a save?
So it's a con save.
Constitution saving throw. Let's have a look here. Okay. The Star-Glass Demonstrator has a +4 to its Constitution saving throws. So, you know what? I'm gonna trust the virtual dice for this one.
Oh God.
Let's
Don't
do
do
this.
it. That screwed me over.
That is a 12.
It doesn't pass. So 4d8 on a failed save, half as much. Oh yeah, so 4d8.
48 damage.
Fantastic. Oh God, where are my d8s? That looks like 1. That looks like 1. That looks like 1. And that looks like 1. Okay. I'm really anxious right now. Sorry.
My headcanon is that looks like 1, just picking up D20s. Just
Ooh, a piece of candy. Ooh, a piece of candy.
Candy.
Piece of candy. 7 plus 6 is 13. 14, 15, 20!
20 points of damage in the opening move of combat.
Slashing damage.
We see these spectral cat claws like just slashing into the form of the Star-Glass Demonstrator, like not fully like breaking through the crystalline shell, but definitely gouging into it quite substantially. That was a sizable hit. Anything else on your turn? The guy to your right hand side who looks like Keanu Reeves is just like, whoa.
Neo? So I'm just like, all right, probably best you guys fuck off. I would probably say go down that street. Try not to get yourself killed. I'll sort this out.
Shit. And in fact, just for the hell of it, give me a persuasion check.
Oh, yay!
DC 10.
15.
A 15, that beats a 10. Okay. You managed to convince these guys so they will sort of hide behind the little area down here.
I'm going to stay where I am because I like my ranged spells. So, all good.
All good. All right. Thank you so much. With that will bring us to next in the turn order, which is Durak. Where in the street do you think you would be, Durak?
So, Durak will be outside whatever is like the nearest drinking establishment or place of merriment, I guess.
Okay. I'm going to say that that's over in the top right here.
Okay.
I'll put you around about here, like just in the doorway here.
Because as shit went south, he basically was on his way over. So perhaps like a little bit closer to the crowd.
Yeah, I'll put you in the middle of those three individuals there.
Cool. And then this thing is like evidently hostile, correct?
As you look, you see that it has its arms up and looks like it's about to lunge at Nessa, who is still stood on the little stool in front of it with her arms up, panicking.
Cool. In which case he is immediately going to sort of like, you know what, I'm going to roll an insight for him because he's not very good at reading things.
I love this.
That's a natural 2.
Incredible.
For a total of 1.
I'll say on a 1, like you definitely want to get a proper look because you're pretty sure you had like a drunken experience once where your vision was really hazy and there was some figure that like gave you shit or something, maybe spilled your drink or something, and like in the blurred vision that you recall from this time a long time ago, like some of the colors of this thing sort of match. Maybe this was that guy. Maybe this was the guy who knocked your fucking drink over like 2 years ago.
In which case, none too hastily, Jorak is going to walk and sort of like accidentally put himself between the Star-Glass Demonstrator and Nessa, if it's all possible.
How much movement do you have? Oh, you've got more than 20 feet, haven't you?
I've got 25, so
okay.
Just about.
You can spend 20 feet to get right up in between them.
Ooh. And Jorak is going to look at the Star-Glass Demonstrator, just interposing himself in between the two, just unwittingly.
I'm liking this image of you like stood in between the two of them, this hulking 8-foot tall construct with its arms out towards Nessa. Nessa stood on a stool which at that height would put her probably about at your height, if not just slightly above your height. So she's probably like now cowering behind you, still on this stool, and you just hear her whimpering. And that is your turn?
Yep.
All right, amazing. That brings us over to Talis and Lottie. Who would like to go first, or are you... What are we doing here, do you think?
Go right ahead, my dear.
You're so generous. Okay. First of all, I think Talis is... She was hanging out in an alleyway with a vantage point where she could see the most people at once.
If you wanted to have a good vantage point and range, I might suggest the scaffolding up here.
Okay. I'm not mad about that.
That works because I think Lottie would be at that corner with the weird mustache, because we did say that Talus was watching Lottie, and Lottie is sitting like on the corner.
Okay. So he could put you like here.
Did you say
No.
Lottie was by the weird mustache?
Like there.
Yes, the weird mustache.
I'm on
Just
that.
a floating mustache.
Yeah,
Oh, it's a tavern of prestige. The weird mustache.
she's on that,
Oh god.
so she can see. Like she's actually on that building thingy.
Gotcha.
Are you hidden? Like
Me, I'm not deliberately hiding.
Okay.
I was kind of in the area, and yeah.
I just need
so
to make
I'm,
sure you weren't hidden. That's all.
Yeah.
You're good.
Okay. So I'm up there, and I think Talus is just going to, she's been staring at Lottie this whole time, but as soon as chaos starts happening, it's a little distracting. So she sees the chaos going down and takes her longbow and aims for the demonstrator's head.
Right, amazing. You take out your longbow and go ahead and make an attack roll.
Okay. That is a 16 plus 8 is...
24.
There it is.
A 24 to hit will absolutely hit. This thing has an AC of 14, so you beat it by 10. So go ahead and roll damage.
Okay. That's 5.
I will say with 5 points of damage, your aim is it strikes true, and the arrow is lodged in one of the neck joints, and you see there's different intricate cogwheels that are spinning, and you catch one of them which starts stuttering, and you see that the head twitches a little bit in response. Definitely hit. A good shot.
Thank you. Do I have anything else, or am I just on the scaffolding now?
You do have an ability as your subclass, your homebrew subclass,
You're right.
which you could use.
Should I read it out loud, or should it be a secret?
Entirely up to you.
I mean, yeah, I'll use it just to kind of, Talus is kind of gauging the true nature of her entire surroundings. Maybe there's more to what meets the eye here, so she'll do the weave sense.
You activate your weave sense, and the good thing about this is it's going to allow you assistance in dealing with the imminent problem that is just brought up, whilst also keeping track of the original reason why you are here.
Ruh-roh, Raggy!
As the ability says, with Weave Sense, until the end of your next turn, you know the location of any creature within 60 feet that is under the effect of a spell, concentrating on the spell, or actively casting the one, provided you can see them. And you have a very good vantage point from where you are stood. And it has other fun aspects as well. All right, I believe that brings us to Lottie.
Yeah. Question about my Celestial Attunement. Is that a bonus action or an action?
You choose it on a long rest, so you would have already had it
Okay.
before the combat started. So
Then, to clarify then, the one that I would have chosen for the day would have been the Archer, because it empowers my ranged spells.
Yes.
Which, this is going to be super fun, and this is my favorite cantrip of all. He's going to cast Toll the Dead.
Toll the Dead. What does it look like as you cast Toll the Dead?
Well, Lottie, immediately is gripping onto her spark and kind of does one of these where it makes the bell sound. It's that real resonant tolling of a death bell. But it is almost like an indigo blue that is how it shows up as it inflicts. And since it has damage, this is what sucks. It is a wisdom saving throw, 14 for the demonstrator.
And it rolled an 8.
Perfect. So this is necrotic, and then on top of that, it would go into the celestial attunement.
So you get an extra 4 radiant damage on top of that.
Yeah, so it's a full 12 for the necrotic.
Alrighty.
And then it is the 4 radiant. And I can only do that twice. So
You trigger this incantation. Talus, that sense pings immediately, like almost a second after you have activated your weave sense. You feel that ping as this, not just spellcraft, but celestimancy has been cast in this place. And you look at your target and you see the Toll the Dead, the Star-Glass Demonstrator, some of the crystalline form that it inhabits cracks from the frequency of this chime, of this spectral arcanic bell. Anything else you'd like to do?
Do we have a bonus action?
Usually wizards don't have much in the way of bonus actions.
I do. Don't you doubt me. I do. I'm just not going to use it yet.
Mm-hmm.
We saved that. We saved that for later.
Okay. That finish your turn then?
Yeah, that's me.
Fantastic. That brings us to the Star-Glass Demonstrator's turn. At the very start of its turn, who would like to roll me a d6? Oh, I saw Mai's hand go up first, so I'm going to go with mine. Please roll me a d6.
Okay, this one looks fun. 1.
A 1. Incredible. The first thing that happens at the start of its turn is the core, the almost like the beating heart of this construct. It is clearly unstable. Jurak, you have the perfect vision of this, as it is probably at your head height, stood directly in front of it. You get a front row seat to an unstable core, and with that roll of a 1, it flares violently, and I need everyone within 10 feet to make a dexterity saving throw, which 10 feet would be just Durak and Nessa. So,
dexterity's my thing.
ooh, shit. Nessa got a dirty 20.
Yeah, baby.
I got a dirty 22.
Oof. Amazing. A flare of raw energy comes out, and you somehow manage to hold your ground as it looks like it was about to topple you over. Nessa would have gone flying if she didn't grab your back and hold herself on. She's like hanging on, 1 foot on the stool, 1 foot off, hanging onto your back as she manages to save as well. And now it will take its turn. It was reaching for Nessa. It now has an obstacle in its way, so it's going to deal with the obstacle. It is going to go ahead and use its multi-attack and take 2 prismatic slam attacks on Jurak. First one that's a 14 to hit.
I have to do better than that.
All right, the first one misses.
That isn't a challenge. That isn't a challenge.
You pulled back on that so quick. Oh, but maybe it is. That is a 17 to hit.
No.
Oh, shit.
Ayo.
What is your AC right now?
So you notice that Jorak has a little buckler attached, and with the 17, because I get +2 AC from the buckler, he just sort of like goes to scratch his head and just deflects the incoming power slam.
Yes, as it reaches down, it just slams off this buckler, done with an unexpected level of swagger, if I may say so myself. Amazing. And I believe that will end its turn. Which brings us, last but certainly not least by any measure you care to employ, Kalgos. Where do you think we find you on Willow Street?
All right, couple questions because I've had an entire round to think about it. Okay, so I noticed these barrels say ale.
Yes.
These barrels have an X on them. Can it be safe to assume that these barrels are water?
Sure, why not? I'll allow it.
Okay. Then, in that case, I think that'll put him here. Second question, can I get a drawing of the approximate location of the actual fire? Like how far it's spread?
Oh, very good question. I think I might even be able to put a sticker on the map, potentially.
Sticker?
They
What
now have
sticker is-
stickers.
Is it a star? We get shiny stars in this.
All right, there's no fire, but there is this. So
Is there a flame?
Okay.
Close enough.
I'll say it's
Kablooey.
kind of there, and it's beginning to build.
Okay. I think the goal, while staying out of an opportunity of attack range, is to pick up 2 barrels, or as many barrels as he can carry, and kind of like, I'm aiming to go this way toward the fire, and pour the barrels of water onto the fire.
Okay,
Is the main goal right now.
so you're gonna grab some barrels, walk over there, and pour the water on.
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe while he's walking, just like shouting to the civilians, seek safety as soon as possible. It's dangerous.
Go ahead and give me a persuasion check.
Okay.
I will say with advantage, given everything that's just happened.
Okay. Dirty 20.
Dirty 20, good enough. You see people start to clear off. They still want to watch because, why wouldn't you want to watch? But they have at least removed themselves from imminent danger. I think it's fairly easy enough for you to grab a couple of these barrels and you're going to pour. What do I want to call this? Just give me just roll me a d20 and add your dexterity modifier.
Okay. 17.
17. Very, very good. I will say that you are able to reduce the size of the fire down to a 5-foot area, and it's not going to spread to the left anytime soon, I'll put it that way. And it doesn't look like it's got much to go to the right, so probably a win-win scenario.
That was his goal, and that's my turn.
All right, amazing. Brings us to the top of the next round. Who'd like to roll me the next D6?
6?
Amazing. On a 6, you see the unstable core surge again, but this time flaring a different color, like a deep indigo color. Its D20 rolls for this next round are all at advantage. So, thank you for that. We are back with Saoirse at the top of the round. I'll say from your point of view now, you have seen that other people seem to be stepping in to try and deal with this to help you.
How far away in feet am I from the demonstrator?
You are 20 feet away from the demonstrator.
Cool. I'm gonna run up to him, cast Draven's Bane of Excellence, and then use my War Priest slot to do an attack as a bonus action with my Warhammer.
Righty, so you're running right up to it. So you go up right next to this. You see, Durak, what does Saoirse see as she runs right up next to you?
You'd smell him first. He smells like
What the fuck?
alcohol, just very kind of like leather as well. You notice that he's got fancy leather armor. He does look rather presentable compared to the flashback. He uses beard oils now. Everything's really neatly tied together. But he just reeks of alcohol. He smells like a brewery. Yeah.
So with the spell that you're casting, does that require
It's a whatchamacallit? It's a roll from you, so I need a charisma.
charisma save?
Please. Yeah, charisma save.
Charisma saving throw. It has a -2 to its charisma saving throws.
Cool.
So this could be a good shout. Rolled a 2 for a total of 0.
Excellent. The pass was 14. So on a failed save, the next ability check, attack roll, or saving throw the target makes within the duration that results in a roll in a roll of 20 on a d20 fails to have any effect. So just roll a 20 and then it will fail, please, Patch.
Okay, duly noted.
And then next, so what I'm going to do is, as my bonus action, as I said, I'm going to use my War Priest slot to then use my Warhammer against this metal bastard.
All right.
That would be a, where is it? 15.
15 will hit.
15s today. Okay, that looks like a good D10. That would be a 5.
5 points of damage. There is a nice hammer-shaped indentation in the side of its torso as you sink your weapon into it, and it is officially below half its health.
Okay, and to finish off my go, I'm not going to move or anything, but I'm going to look to Durak and be like, "You right, big man? Let's get him together."
The bat can't just talk.
Yes.
Aye, don't you have talking cats where you're from? Just get on with it, pal. Oh my god, he's got the same accent as me.
From the talking cat to the one who saw the talking cat, Durak, it is your turn.
I think he's starting to get the hint of what's happening here. A, because this thing has just wildly swung at him twice, and B, people are shooting it and, whacking it with hammers and casting weird spells. So he's gonna draw his rapier, and he's gonna point it towards it and just have a little lunge towards it.
Hell yeah, let's have it.
So 12 plus 5, 17.
A 17 will hit. You also appear to have an ally in flanking next to you, which would give you advantage on the attack.
Oh, okay.
So you could chase that crit, and I believe you would also get sneak attack.
20.
First natural 20! There we go!
I was just happy that I had sneak attack, but now I get to... Ooh, Patch. I am really sorry. I would like to Divine Smite as well, please.
Oh. I mean, this is the time and the place. I will let you Divine Smite as long as you tell us, the lovely players, the DM, and the audience at home watching, what does this moment look like? What are we about to witness?
So, Joranak has all the martial poise of a kid with a stick. He basically just unsuredly, almost Jack Sparrow-esque, just sort of fumbles forward with the point of it, and it manages somehow to almost hit near to its core. And it's weird because it definitely shouldn't have done that, but there's something about having, somebody helping him to the side and protecting someone behind him that you notice that the tip starts to glow a little bit, as you get the feeling like some powerful divine entity might be at work here.
So here's the thing. On Quest Junkies, the crit rules are maximum possible damage plus a normal roll of the dice.
Okay.
So what's the maximum possible damage, first of all?
So it's 8 plus 5, which is 13, plus 16,
29,
plus 6,
35,
then whatever I roll.
and then, a normal roll of your dice.
Holy shit, Artie!
I wasn't expecting to be able to do this so soon. That's 5 on the rapier d8, and then the smite is an 8 and a 1, and then I need a d6 for sneak attack, which is a 3.
So 52 total. All right.
I'm sorry, that's really disgusting.
52
That's
points.
glorious!
52
We're level
points
3.
of damage.
How? How? Level fucking 3.
52 points of damage. Holy fucking shit.
Artie, did you just one-shot this?
This-
Did you get one
this-
turn each?
This Star-Glass Demonstrator, malfunctioning, a creation of one of the students of the exultant Fine Rat Society within the city walls of Berthy, with 42 remaining hit points. Durak, Brindaraz, how do you want to do this?
Fuck yes.
I'm sorry, I can't. I'm chuckling so much. Oh, God.
Us Scots gonna sing together. That's all I'm saying.
I think I've kind of just explained, he manages to somehow just find the weakest point of this machination, and kind of you just watch the glow kind of start to emanate from inside of the. Yeah, sorry, I'm a bit overwhelmed right now.
Gets all shiny and shit.
Incredible stuff.
I'm overwhelmed right now. You did it yourself!
Durax is like, what have I done?
The rest of you watch as this spectacle unfolds. It's almost like you can, like, the ones of you that are still nearby somewhat where some of the crowd are, you can hear some of them being like, this is a really good fucking performance. Like, whatever kind of show this is. There is an odd sense of the theatrical here. As this bearded, rapier-wielding individual effectively sticks him with the pointy end right in the good spot and lays waste to this encounter way quicker than I anticipated. Incredible stuff.
Sorry.
No, I love it. I'm here for it.
You did say this last week, didn't you? You're like, it's
Giving me
either going to go over
advantage,
really
I'll happy just to
quickly.
take the sneak attack.
I would say before we continue from here, Talus, your weave sense is still in effect, and you, in the last 6 seconds, you have just been like overstimulated with the amount of abilities and spells and arcane and divine all happening within 60 feet of you. So, how you doing, buddy?
Talus blacks out. No. It's definitely it's not impacting her like physically, like she's not taking the knee or whatever, but she's like overstimulated, just like, geez, okay. So she as she's watching it happen, she's it's like fireworks happening like right in front of your face. Just sensory overload, I imagine.
The last burst of light sputters from this construct and then fades as it collapses to the floor. Shattered glass crunching underfoot, awnings sagging, tatters, and bits of charred wood are drifting slowly to the ground in that far corner like blackened snow. There is an awkwardly long moment where the entirety of Willow Street falls silent, save for the ragged breathing of people watching. And then a cheer erupts. First one voice, then another, until the square slowly fills up with it. Survivors jumping in the air, cheering, applauding. Children looking on with glee in their eyes. Merchants commiserating their sorrows over potentially lost stalls here and there and goods, produce that's been smashed and ruined. It seems that you've managed to save a few lives today with no casualties. So congratulations. Nessa finds herself no longer on the stool in this moment, but is on her knees on the floor, head in hands, hyperventilating, face streaked with soot and tears, spectacles cracked down the middle, staring at the ruined husk of her creation. And she looks up at Durak and is like, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean. I didn't think it would. I just. Thank you. You saved me. And she just breaks down into tears.
You notice Durak is looking at the construct and is just sort of like casting a little bit of a side glance and says, "You know what? You're not the person I thought you were." And sort of looks towards Nessa, puts a hand on her shoulder and goes, "Oh, it's all right, lass. Did I break your toy?"
I think I broke it, but it's fine because you broke it more, which probably helps.
Well, I'll tell you what. We'll get it someplace safe and then we'll fix it right up.
Yeah. It's about this time when you start to hear voices from behind the crowd. You hear, "Make way! Make way! City Watch coming through!" And about 24 guards come running into the scene onto Willow Street past you all and just start like circling the area. You see them adorned in like incredibly well-polished armor with capes in the same color scheme as the wider festival, spears in hand, shields raised, just taking in the surroundings, looking at Durak, at Nessa, at everyone else, and the demonstrator. And one of the taller individuals steps forward and pulls off their helmet and says to Durak, "Well, looks like someone beat us to it. This is Captain Thalis Rin. She is human, late 40s, quite tall, imposing, bulky figure. Those of you familiar with the city would know her as the leader of Berthy's City Watch at this current time. She, like, leans down a little bit, puts a heavy hand on Durak's shoulder. You've done Berthy a service, preventing what could have been a bloody disaster. How'd you manage that?"
Oh, I can't claim all the credit, and I look to the little cat person next to me. I just sort of go, this one, and I sort of point where I think I saw an arrow come from, and I'm just kind of like trying to gauge exactly what happened in the short 12 seconds.
She like turns around to gesture at everyone else that's watching and is like, "If you're involved in saving the day here, whatever it is that happened, please come down. I'd like to have a chat with you."
Saoirse steps forward.
At this point, Cal like does what he can to extinguish the remaining 5 feet of fire, and then he'll turn around and shrug and then point at himself. I stopped the fire.
That counts, big boy. Come on.
Lottie looks at Cal and is like, "Hey, can you give me a lift? I'm little."
Sure. And then I imagine it's like scruffing a cat, but like grabbing onto the back of the cloak and then just on
I feel like she
on
would
his shoulder.
Like as soon as he came within range, she just leaps onto his shoulder and is like, "All right, thanks,
Hey, I'm Cal.
Lottie. Nice to meet you. Good job with the fire. Smart. Since I'm now super high up, do I see where the arrow came from?"
I don't know. What do we think, Talis? Where are you right now?
I'm still on the lofted area, but I'm definitely not paying attention to what's happening down there. So I'm in plain sight, and I'm like not loving where my head. I'm very like, she's like nonverbal, just kind of like.
Well, for reference, Cal is 7'3", so there's about that much visibility.
Yeah, I'm tall now.
And I think
You'd be able to see me.
I think there's probably only Talis in the immediate area that is currently holding a longbow, so that's probably a bit of a giveaway. And then the captain of the guard will be like, "Come on, you and all. I recognize the arrow. Come on, come down."
And she, just taking her time, walks down the stairs and makes her way down to the group, but stays towards the back. Lottie.
I thought that was your arrow.
Hi, it's good to see you.
Yeah.
You alright?
Yeah. You? It's been a while.
Yeah, it has. I think the guard once talked to us. And I put the bow away and deliberately look away from you.
As you're having that tiny little interaction there, to the rest of you, Captain Rin sort of starts handing something out to each of you, and she says, "I'd say you've earned these. And she produces a small silver brooch in the shape of a star set with a sapphire at the tip, and hands one to each of you in turn. Festival Guardians pins. In layman's terms, you wear these for the next week. You eat free, you drink free, and you skip every line or queue in the city for the next week. The establishment up above would say you've earned the Concordance blessing. You've earned its gratitude. I won't go that far. But, as is always the rule with the Festival Guardians, anytime there is a festival, there is a ceremony later tonight at the Ascension Spire over in Silverreach. Opening night of the Jubilee. You're invited, though between us it's more of an order than a suggestion. Berthy does love its heroes after all, and I suspect you'll have representatives of the High Council wanting to know the details of what happened here. Plus, we require an official statement, so rather than me having this conversation with you now and you having to have the conversation again later with the politicians and people, might as well do it all in one go, eh? What do you think?
Did you say free drink?
Within reason.
Oh, I'm only short. I don't drink that much. Wink.
I feel like that's an understatement.
Okay, people have come on to me with worse. That's fine. Anyway, I'll let you guys do your thing. Clearly, you all know each other. Amazing. Miss Trillig, is it? I think you want to come down to the precinct with us and we can straighten all this out, eh?
She's not going to be in trouble, is she?
No, she's not in trouble, but, the Fine Grat Society they're buggers for wanting to know details, so while the trauma is fresh, it's good to get all those details ironed out,
I imagine while Nessa's trying to get up in that, Saoirse's gonna put her paw on Nessa and just go in and whisper and say, "Don't worry, it'll be fine. You'll be all good." And I'm gonna cast guidance.
Thank you. It's fine. I'll figure it out. Don't worry, the Star-Glass Demonstrator Mark II will be fixed and better and improved, and I'll try and track you guys down the next time, and hopefully you could be here in case it happens again. I hope it doesn't.
God, you remind me so much of a friend of mine.
You've got this.
We all have bumps as we're learning. It's okay.
Thank you. Yeah, I do got this. What do I call you?
Well, I'm Saoirse Underroot.
Saoirse?
Cal.
Lottie.
She's kicking her feet on Cal's shoulder.
Oh, I thought you were a team. Did you have a team name? And you hear people that are watching on from the crowd start to throw out suggestions. You hear one person shouts out, "What about the Concordant Kin?" Another one shouts out, "No, what about the Lucky Comets?" And then one person even shouts out, "What about the Willow Street 6?" Despite the fact there is only 5 of you.
I've already got my own troupe. I'm not with them. I'm fine. It's all
Jorak
good.
is a solo artist.
Can you? Aye.
I think the captain of the guard sort of hears that comment from Durak and is like, "With that pin, not anymore. At least for the next week. So have fun with that. Play nice."
Oh.
And on that comment of play nice, there's a look to Talis, who's been very quiet this whole thing. And it's you get the sense that she's sizing you up, not in an intimidating way, but in kind of yeah, I know what you are, but I'm not going to say anything. Just you need to know that I know.
She just kind of smirks, but puts the pin in her pocket.
The guard help Nessa grab the remains of the demonstrator together, And they start to escort her out of Willow Street. As the crowd sort of closes in to congratulate you all, there's kids asking questions about how the magic happened and things like that. It's interesting because within the space of like 5 minutes, Willow Street acts as if nothing at all ever even happened here. But everyone that is here knows better, because they were here to see the events that would be known in time as the fire on Willow Street. And we're going to take a break. So we'll see you shortly.
Yay.
Do your dice respect you, or have they betrayed you at the worst possible moment? If they have, you need Tabletop Dominion, a UK-based dice company making some of the best dice you can get your hands on. And look, I know what you're thinking, but Patch, I already have too many dice. No, you don't. No, you don't. If your dice bag still closes, you don't have enough. If you haven't maxed out a credit card with dice purchases at least once in your lifetime, you're not playing this game right. Which is why you need better dice. The kind that make your DM nervous, the kind that demand to be rolled with dramatic flair. And because I support good decisions like expanding your dice collection, you can use the code QuestJunkiesUK at checkout for 10% off your entire order. That's 10% off every single sparkly math rock you were going to buy anyway, so you might as well get a deal while you're at it. Tabletop Dominion, feeding your crippling dice addiction one shiny die at a time. We return to Willow Street as things begin to properly de-escalate by now, but the cheer doesn't die down quickly. It is rolling through the square, echoing off the different surfaces of glass and stone. The street musicians who were interrupted at the beginning have started playing again, half out of relief, half because they never let a good audience go to waste, something I'm sure Dirac can appreciate. One of the nearby vendors sets out a crate of festival wine and opens it up and grabs like some half-broken cups and just starts like handing it out to people that are about, just to celebrate, escaping death and destruction. It is chaos, but a happy kind of chaos, a fun, jovial kind. And for the first time properly since this all happened, each of you now has the space to breathe. The crowd still surging around you, but begin to break away, and for the very first time, the 5 of you can actually see one another properly. The scene is yours.
Dorac's gonna turn to Saoirse and is just gonna sort of quizzical look, just say, "So, what kind of cat are you, anyways?"
That is such an offensive thing to say.
You can't just call someone a cat.
So, why are you white?
Okay, I suppose to those who have not really seen my kind very often, they probably think I'm just some sort of cat or fleece, but I'm Whiskari. We're very different. But yes, I'm a cat, I suppose, in your terms. Or are you some kind of short man?
Aye, yes, that's exactly what I am.
Alright, short man. Okay.
I'm not being rude, I'm just trying to figure out, because I've been around the block a few times, like, just saying. And I've not really come across your particular species much.
That's probably because they haven't really been around these parts for very long. But you might know one of my peeps. She was here a wee bit longer. She was part of a big old party, wild ones.
Oh,
you heard of them?
The wild ones. Oh, they're great. I got arrested by them one time. It's a long story. I'm better now.
Which one arrested you?
You got arrested?
Yeah, I tried to rob a jewelry store.
What? did the one that arrested you, was it all of them, or was it just the one with the big, like, rock on his head?
It was the rock fella, yeah. Stalagmighty, yeah.
Oh my god, he is my favourite. He is, I mean, he's a great fighter.
He does not punch as hard as that monk. She hit me like a fucking ton of bricks.
Yes, Frike, yeah.
I have never
heard,
been punched
Alyssa
so
talk
hard
about
in my
before.
life. And
Yeah.
hopefully never again.
Well, maybe you shouldn't try and steal things. You know?
I don't anymore. Not on purpose, anyway.
Hey, he might have had his reasons, all right? He might have been stealing a loaf of bread to feed some families, you know.
No, I was stealing jewels because someone told me to do it.
Yeah, that sounded more like
Right.
So, yeah, no, maybe try not to steal something. Hey, big guy, can you set me down?
This whole time, Talus is like slowly backing away.
Scoop like a cat and then put Lottie down.
Thanks. And then, like, she does the high five.
You get knocked over a little, just.
It's more like Lottie's high five and Kel's finger. Except
Oh, this is
the
so wholesome.
you're a lot bigger than I thought you were. Holy.
I get that a lot.
And then she whips because she is very aware of Tally. Get back here.
What did you say to me?
I said, get back here.
Don't listen to wizards.
Did I do something?
Yeah. You did.
But
What do you think you did? What's changed?
nothing. I'm still me.
Are you?
Is this some sort of, like, lover's dispute or something? Because it really...
Hardly not.
I don't know what you kids are up to these days, but, like, this seems a bit...
We've brushed paths.
We used to talk all the time.
We hung out for like 2 weeks before you went and... I don't know what you did, but you're different.
But I'm not.
I'm not going to explain it to you. That's not my job.
Why?
You people are giving me a headache. I can't be around you. Just maybe I'll see you at the ceremony or whatever.
Are you sure that, like, you two know each other? Because you do look very familiar, but all of you humans look the same to me.
Not human. That's offensive.
I'm not. I'm sorry. I'm
It's
not on
not
about
offensive
you.
to call me. I am a human. That's fine. But I think we all look that you need to.
Wait, do I actually know you?
Yeah, Durak, you do. And you look good, but you smelled better.
Oh, I remember you now. We used to drink all the time.
Yeah, apparently I
You
know
look
all
so
of you.
serious.
I am serious. That's just... You all look like you're having a great time. Enjoy the festival.
You should try it sometimes. Smiles look wonderful on faces.
Are you telling me to smile more?
Oh.
And, well, I
Dad,
mean,
no, buddy.
my job as a jovial is to get people to smile. It's kind of like...
Give me a reason to smile. Why should I smile?
I've got a reason, actually. From what I've been told, you use a lot more muscles in your face when you frown and suddenly you smile, so give your face a break, huh? Or else someone will break it for you.
I like this one.
I'm just resting. It's really not... There's no muscular...
That's her resting face. She has what's the word that people use? Resting bitch face. That's the one. Except she wasn't actually a bitch until today.
I could say the same about you.
I didn't do anything. You're the one who's acting like I'm
Oh
somebody
my
that
god,
I'm not.
kids.
I am still me. I didn't do anything. I helped stop the robot. Which so did you. so I don't see what the difference is or what the problem is.
We hardly did anything. This drunk bastard made it explode with the power of the sun or whatever the fuck.
Which was super cool. Why are you being so mean to everybody?
I'm not being mean! And she actually raises her voice.
You are absolutely being mean.
Jorah's gonna look up at Calvus and just be like,
So, how's the weather up there?
I mean, I always recommended change in latitude, changes in latitude, change in attitude.
I think there's a lesson to be learned there somewhere, but I'm far too drunk to understand it.
I mean, if anybody wants uppies, basically.
They're actually really cool. You can see a lot more up on his shoulder.
Good. Oh, good. Fine, thanks.
I will say in this moment, Calgos, these newfound compatriots or individuals who you've just spent an awkward amount of minutes with, one of them in particular does look familiar. You've not met them before, but they remind you of a Whiskari you once saved in the tree a little while ago. This is definitely not the same Whiskari, but you can't help but think back to that moment when you look upon Zosha.
I think he'll he looks like he's trying to sort something out for himself, and then just be like, "Oh, I think I saved a Whiskari like you. She was stuck in a tree. She was really small.
We are all small.
Is there a difference between the babies and I bet you're not a baby?"
No. I'm definitely not a baby. I haven't been away for a very long time, but thank you. You're very kind. No, I'm far from a baby. The other end, actually, so.
Okay, I wasn't sure. She was just really tiny, and I think she needed help getting down from a tree.
Is that Fiona's Wayne?
Maybe?
Yeah, there's been a couple of our lot have just kind of gone into the cities and stuff, and some of them write back. And I seem to recall Fiona writing back to her uncle, something about, the wee one got stuck up a tree, a big blue guy came and saved him, and... Yeah. Is that you?
He laughs, and I think his laugh kind of rattles the nearby windows, but he just goes, yeah, that was me.
Man, we were talking about that for ages down in the rise. For fucking ages. Well done, pal. Wow.
Thanks.
Oh, you got up in my books now. I mean, most people would think you're scary, but you seem like quite a nice one.
Yeah, I try to be. I know other Goliaths can be kind of terrifying. I grew up with some of them, but
yeah.
I'm just doing what I'd like to do.
Nice job.
I think he blushes, and it's a little bit of an ocean color when he blushes.
This is so cute.
I'd like to ask in this moment, as the attention has been drawn away from you, Talus, what are you doing in this moment?
That's a good question. I think she took a moment to just really... She's been bombarded on all sides, not just with cosmic, mental strenuous of magic everywhere, but two people that she knows are here judging her heavily. So I think she is going to dip and maybe just go back to her vantage point of she'll probably just if she can, she will leave and reconvene with the group later at the little ceremony that she has to go to.
I will say, go ahead and give me a stealth check, and this is to see if you can beat everyone's passive perception.
Okay.
You will be able to sneak off, but this is just to determine if anyone sees you sneak off.
Gotcha. Okay. That is an 18.
18. Okay. Everyone beat an 18 on their passive perception?
Me.
Dasha, 19.
I had a feeling.
So you are able to skulk away back into the shadowed streets of the Brightwing markets. Saoirse, you just catch the tail end of the cape and the boots sneaking off in the midst of the conversation.
Guess we'll catch you later then.
Maybe like a blink and then noticing Talus is gone and then he'll look at Lottie. Where'd your friend go?
Apparently she's not my friend anymore.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah. Me too. How did you know her? And she looks at Durak. It's like, you said you drank with her?
Hey, we were drinking buddies, and we definitely didn't steal anything.
Yeah, I don't believe you. You keep your mitts to yourself.
Look, I'm reformed. I'm different. I'm not like I used to be.
The smell of
mother's
alcohol. See, but that's the...
Are you saying that I can't afford a drink and be trustworthy at the same time?
I'm saying that based off of the fact that you were Tally's drinking buddy and that you smell like booze right now, do you see why I am skeptical?
You have what, sorry? Don't you mean skepticism?
That I am skeptical of, yet I've used the proper way that it's supposed to be in the sentence, but yes.
What are you, like the literature place?
I mean, I'm a wizard.
I'm speaking common. I can go to Dwarvish if that's easier for you.
I don't speak Dwarvish.
Well, I'll stick to common then, and you'll stop correcting me because I've had a few.
Absolutely not. I can't. Nope. Mm-mm. Carolyn would have my ass if I let you
We'll
do
agree
that.
to disagree, okay?
No, absolutely not.
Perfect.
For fuck's sake. I'm gonna owe my dad money in the spirit jar. Shit.
You notice Jorak starts looking around and sort of like looks at the little brooch that they've been given, and he just says,
So, apparently we get free drink. Any of you want to cash in on that?
I mean, I could eat.
And then he'll like produce from his pack a meat pie that he has prepared. I made this earlier.
Yeah, but how long's it been in there?
Well, I mean, how long was the battle? It's been about 2 hours, maybe?
You just made it?
2 hours ago.
You know we get free food, right? Like fried food, like fair food?
I know. I had this in my pack, and if anybody wanted it, I was gonna offer it to them.
She's gonna break off a piece so that she's not rude, but is very skeptical of the pie that has just been pulled out of a pack.
as Lottie takes a piece, Jorak is going to cast Purify Food and Drink on it. Which has a range of 10 foot, so I imagine
Wow.
But just to make sure, you know?
I'm imagining Durak like salt baying some magical purity into it. Amazing.
I made it myself. I grow most of my own ingredients and catch all the meat myself.
You kill the baby animals?
Not baby animals.
You killed
I
baby?
just saved one.
God, for a wizard, you're not really smart, are you?
Excuse you?
You're excused.
No, you're the one who needs excused.
Just dejectedly eating his meat pie.
Listen, there's nothing wrong with catching animals, all right? You gotta do what you gotta do.
Well, no, but not the babies. The babies, they're babies.
I would never kill baby animals.
Yeah, but if you set a trap, how could you
He
know?
actually tears up. He actually tears up at the idea.
Oh, big guy, it's okay. I didn't mean like you did it on purpose. I'm just saying, but how do you know that it's not a baby? Like,
Just ignore the hypotheticals.
Because
They're
you're
fine.
making me cry with your emotions.
sorry.
I'm gonna say that we will move time on from this scene, as it seems like the four of you are at least going to stick together for the time being, and at the mention of the free food, free drinks, fast pass on the city queues for things, I know, Saoirse, that could be very useful for the rest of your shopping list.
I was gonna ask, like, I would like between now and whenever we're jumping to have got in touch with Fred and Archie, just to see how they're getting on with their list.
So I'll say that, like, you have maybe a couple of hours before your attendance is expected at the Ascension Spire. So I'll leave it for you guys to decide if you stick together, if you part ways for now and meet back later, if you have other things like that to attend to. And I'll say, yeah, they struggled to get a couple of things, but you turning up with a supposed fast pass queue busting pin definitely helps them find the rest of the stuff quickly. And we advance time a little bit. I just quickly want to jump to Tallis, because I was just curious, are you reporting back in this moment?
I think Tallis goes to a bar. She thinks about reporting back, but she rationalizes with herself. She's like, there's nothing to go on. There's nothing. Too much happened. I'll sort through it after the ceremony, and I'll circle back with him. I need a drink. So that's what she does. But she drinks alone.
Good to know.
She doesn't get blasted. She's
No.
just... Yeah.
Just to take the edge off, of course.
Yeah.
So we advance time. The sun is now slowly approaching the horizon. The noise of the Brightwing markets has faded into the distance and is replaced by the now much calmer rhythm of the unfolding evening. The five of you, whether together or separate or split off into different groups, however it is, you all have to take the same route, essentially. You make your way through Silverreach as lanterns begin to be lit from the windows of buildings as the sun gets lower and lower in the sky. You pass by many of the notable temples of the city. In this district, you pass the Blooming Sanctuary, dedicated to Lurian, the Silent Bloom. The Dream Hall, dedicated to Somnara, the Veil Spinner. And the Crimson Lantern, dedicated to Erindor, the Flame of Passion. It's more peaceful than you expected it to be for a week-long festival. It feels like the calm before the storm. It's like those brief moments of peace before, like, if you're hosting a party, you've got everything prepared and you know that your guests arrive in like 30 minutes time, and you've just got that brief period of just calm before everyone starts showing up and you have to be social. You know what I mean.
I have anxiety before that. Wait, I don't have people that come to my house. What am I talking about?
Same.
So you can't relate. Perfect.
No.
Regardless, as you make your way through the district, you start to hear bells. The bells of the Ascension Spire itself begin to ring. It's a low, resonant, melodic chime. It's almost like a tingle in the air every time, as the sound is amplified by some sort of incantation throughout the entire city. And as the path winds upward, up a slight incline, you head into a place called the Blossom Grove. This is a huge park-like area, like a city park, which is filled to the brim with cherry blossom trees, just scattered everywhere. And it is much noticeably cooler in this district. The air is just the perfect temperature. And the streets begin to give way to smooth stone paths, cherry trees slowly drifting down, blossoms slowly covering the paths. It's beautiful. There's a soft evening breeze. And as you get closer, you start to hear smaller chimes ringing out. And you look, and for those of you of a medium to large height, shall we say, you notice by your ankles on either side of the road, there are tiny little spectral bells ringing, leading the way towards the Ascension Spire. And for those of you much smaller, you would get a much closer view of them. Lottie, you would absolutely recognize this as a simple celestimantic minor illusion that has been programmed throughout the whole of this street. And you continue on. The sun finally dips below the horizon as you turn a corner, and as it does, it's quite a magnificent sight as the sun goes down, but Berthie lights up. It's like the skies have been cleared, and starlight, the deep navy blue of the night sky before it turns black, is reflected in glass surfaces, in the numerous canals snaking their way around the streets. And it just creates this blue and golden glow about everything. It's almost very ethereal. And you turn this corner, and there ahead of you, you see the Ascension Spire. And it rises from a broad marble plaza built with pale crystal, and it catches every light in this city. Thin lines of gold trace around the edges of its structure, pulsing with arcane energy. Its shape is like an upward helix spiral that's pointed at the end. For a fun little shape reference for anyone who would know, the shape of the Ascension Spire is very similar to the marker obelisks from Dead Space. Just not built out of terror and awfulness. Instead built out of crystal and marble. Just a fun little comparison there for you.
Why would you remind me of Dead Space? I barely played it, but I know of it.
Because I just love that shape. Regardless, the entire tower ahead is shimmering faintly, and it is surrounded by lots of different arched walkways and wide steps where you see numerous guests are gathering. Nobles, artificers, scholars, arcanists, travelers from every corner of Rhódania. The floating lanterns that have followed you this whole time are drifting around the promenade, projecting their pale light across everywhere. And as you get a proper good close view now, the spire's crown, the points at the tip, split into 7 tall branches of crystal. And hanging between them are enormous glass bells. This is the source of those loud bells that you heard throughout the city. It looks even bigger now that you're up here up close. It's like it's messing with your depth perception almost as you get close. It's beautiful, but it's a little disorientating for the first time. Around about this time, I would say, if not already, the 5 of you regroup in the promenade of the Ascension Spire. Do we think anyone's made an attempt to dress up a little bit more for a fancy do?
I think maybe Saoirse's kind of like, just because, she's knows having to make an impression. She's representing the Mascari, people whilst in the city. So she's kind of like slicked her hair back a little bit, but there's always like a little bit of like, I was maybe fringe, but like there's always like a little bit that's popping down. But yeah, so she's got that kind of going on, and she's still got her same like crimson cloak and everything, but maybe she's like polished the wood a little bit on her chest plate, and she's put the little pin badge and pride in place on the side of her cloak.
Oh yeah. Anyone else, or are you turned up as you were?
He's daisy chained, I'm imagining a local flower into a little flower crown.
I'm going to say, because I know it will provoke a reaction, it's a moon lotus.
Eee!
Knowing who her mentor is and not sure if she's going to be here, yes, Lottie has cleaned up and looks presentable and is not in traveling regular clothes. She probably has on that, in particular, like, she looks in general nicer, like almost like a dress blouse that has like little stars around the top and like nicer jeans, or nicer pants, but she has her cloak, the one that she was wearing the first time that she went.
Amazing.
Jorak is not the same as before. He's more drunk. He has been going to every bar on the way, playing a song and having at least 3 pints.
Pub crawl.
He's like got his jollies like far gone.
Just having pre-drinks, aren't you?
Yeah,
getting ready
just
for
pre-drinks.
Hey, Dara, go ahead and give me a Constitution saving throw.
Yeah.
That I can. So I've always ruled it that because dwarves get advantage against poison, like alcohol is basically poison.
Oh yeah, no, I mean,
Yeah?
I'll put it this way. Not only do I agree with that, but we have established previously in Quest Junkies law that lesser restoration can sober you.
Oh, gross. Oh wait, advantage. Yeah, that's gonna be, I hope, fine. That's with a +2, so 18.
18.
Hey.
Yeah, you've barely got a buzz on. You're fine. You've drunk 6 people under the table so far. And
Space for more.
yeah, you got plenty. Like, you've been saving yourself. It's free drinks, you know.
He did at one point drink some very floral gin, so he smells less of lager and bitter and a little bit more, a bit more floral. His logic is, drink floral drinks, smell more floral.
And what about Talus?
Talus looks worse. She's not bedraggled, but she looks like her hair is like she's been sitting in a bar like this. And like she's just kind of she's not drunk, but she basically also came here from a bar and just like, because she is also overthinking this entirely. Like, I should have gone to him. I should have told him. And now why did I do? No, I shouldn't. It's fine. And I'm going to be late. So now I have to go. So that's where she's at.
Perfect. All right. As you find yourselves now in the main promenade of the Ascension Spire, you see various attendants in long white cloaks that are trimmed with gold, greeting new arrivals. These are greeters that are checking invitations, being very courteous, exchanging bows and handshakes. And one of them sees you and walks over, stops as he notices one of you having the Festival Guardian pin on, and then hurries over. And with a bit of excitement, goes, you must be, what did they call you? They said you didn't have a name yet. They called you the Guardians of Willow Street. You cleared up that nasty business on Willow Street with the demonstrator of the Fine Grad Society student. I'm telling you things you already know. My apologies. It's just, I love a good hero story, and you honor us with your attendance tonight. Please, may I escort you into the interior?
That would be very kind. And your name?
My name is Bello.
Matt, you want to spell that for Maddie, please?
Belor.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And he turns and he gives you a respectful nod and starts leading you up these wide marble steps. And you head inside. How are you feeling, Talis? Walking into the lion's den a little bit?
Yes. She prepared for Talis knows that this is why she's here. This is like a big deal, but she's been prepared to be in the shadows on the outskirts this entire time. She is in the belly of the beast, and she is on her own right now, so she feels great.
As you find yourself inside, you now see the real reason why people love to come here. The halls of Ascension open up around you. It's a vast chamber lined with crystal pillars that glow faintly. There's a massive chandelier high up in the middle of the room, made of floating glass orbs, each one containing a slowly turning illusion of a different symbol of the divine, representing each of the gods, the Morrigan-Earth. The floor beneath your feet is polished stone inlaid with golden runes that shimmer back and forth when you step on them and give off a nice little musical chime. Not quite the level of the keyboard from Big, but, it's a little reminiscent. There are hundreds of guests in this place. Nobles in shimmering silks. Some of them have, little masquerade masks on. You see artificers in gleaming brass trim. Lottie, you see several Celestromancers in their notable deep blue robes. None that you recognize, but you recognize both the clothing and the very outward personality, shall we say, of what typical Celestromancers tend to be like. Everywhere you look, there are small magical displays happening. Little holographic comets streaking across invisible skies, little holographic star maps unfolding like scrolls. You've seen magic like this before, all of you. But this is magic made into celebration. It's... even for the most stubborn of you. For any of you that have ever felt like you'd lost hope, this is the kind of magic that makes you want to believe in it again. Even if just for a second. After several minutes of mingling, a clear chime rings out. Ding, 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 ding. And you hear the voice of an attendant who you can't see, but whose voice is being enhanced by the means of thaumaturgy. Distinguished guests, the opening rites of the Concordant Jubilee will soon begin. Please make your way upstairs to Luminara Terrace. And the crowd gets quite excited at this, and you see two big doors open up to a stairway that leads upwards, and you can't quite see where it goes. But people start piling their way in rather hurriedly. What would you like to do?
Ducking his head to get in, I'm sure.
These doors are probably about 20 feet in height. They are grand for the sake of being grand.
That's great. He feels better already.
I'll say for Durak, you can smell the free food is upstairs.
He probably still hangs back. Is the bar downstairs?
There's no bar downstairs. This is like the...
he's going straight up then. Yeah, stop that.
Yeah, this is like the entrance hall, essentially.
He'd be the first in line then. He'd be the first going up the stairs.
You burst your way up through the stairs looking for the free bar, and you do find it. thankfully, as you enter into the Luminara Terrace. And while you're focused on that, the rest of you see this vast circular balcony of marble and glass extending high up above the city, like way higher than that staircase should have taken you, which is a little odd, but you are suddenly very high up above the city. And as you look a little closer, you can see that it appears to be out in the open, but there is a translucent globe of energy, like a barrier that's protecting the area from the night winds, but leaving the view completely obscured. Unobscured, should I say. Leaving the view unobscured. And for anyone who does look out, you see the whole city of Berthy, and it is breathtaking. It is continuing to glow that gold and sapphire hum of color, vibrant, off all the canals, the glass roofs. You see the distant temples. Saoirse, in the distance, you can't really miss it as it is the biggest structure in Berthy, but you see this incredibly tall temple, the Golden Leaf Temple, dedicated to not just any god, but your god. It's like being at home. It's like a small Roshan's Rise. It is beautiful seeing it properly, and from this height, it has a certain kind of brilliance to it. Those of you that wish to partake in free food and drink, you will find the finest of little delicatessens. There is wine and champagne being handed out by well-dressed young up-and-coming nobles of the city, handing out little canapes and delicatessens and all that sort of stuff. They do have some of the stronger stuff as well for those who want to pass by all of that. As guests continue to ripple in, there is a shift in the crowd. Someone important has definitely just arrived. And from the stairway that you have just come up from, Lottie, you see a familiar face step into view. Her eyes scanning the terrace, bright and sharp, and then they lock eyes with you. And without a second thought, she effortlessly glides over to you, floating barely a foot off the ground, and lands directly in front of you. 6 months, my dear. 6 months since you vanished from my lecture halls. You've missed at least 3 of my finest lessons, and you say it still brings you up whenever the students complain about fieldwork. But you seem no worse from where? Perhaps you've learned something the rest of them haven't. How are you, my little star?
I missed you, but it's been a weird day.
So I've heard. The talk of the town, truly. Well, if the whispers are still to be believed. I assume these are your newfound companions, associates. I don't know what you would refer to them as. And she starts looking to the rest of you and is like, it seems I owe you my thanks for saving one of my wonderful students here. And of course a fair portion of the market district besides. Impressive work, truly. Forgive me. Kaelin Stargrove at your service. I would give you the full title, but I've said it about 16 times tonight already, and it's getting a little bit repetitive. Lottie, don't be rude. Introduce me to your friends.
She'll start to make introductions, but as she is getting through, she's going to message Carolyn and be like,
The last one I introduce,
has a weird thing with wizards, and I'm very confused. And then she goes, "This is Cal. Cal gives great rides. Like, I don't have to use my little legs. It's great. That's Jurak. He was kind of a badass and, like, made the thing blow up. And
You notice as you introduce Jurak, he's taken a cup of, like just like a teacup from the bar, and he's filled it with rum. And he's just there, just sipping from it, just like...
Of course. I was waiting for this sort of shit to start happening.
My God.
Brings me joy. Oh, this isn't the first time he's done this. He did this last campaign, and it was amazing.
I need a cup of tea out of that immediately. It's the only correct size.
And then this is Saoirse, also badass.
I think as you introduce Saoirse, she will crouch down, and there is a genuine look of affection on her face as she thinks back to a Whiskari friend of hers that she's not seen in some time.
And I will definitely say that Saoirse has heard of Carolyn, but as a different name. Well, more colloquially as a different name, but still knows Carolyn, thanks to... Sorry, I think you know a friend of mine.
I certainly do, and I haven't seen her in some time. I have been meaning to catch up. I hope she's doing well.
Keep her busy. Her and forage teaching. I was teaching before I came out on this shopping trip, but then we dropped off some of the licenses for the contracts for
amazing.
The finally made the new iteration of Wildberry.
Fantastic. I do.
I'll be on the shelves.
I do want to
soon.
try that at some point, but a little bit of advice, teacher to teacher. Never take this one on as your student. She can be quite troublesome.
I'm
okay.
offended by that. Also, is this then the Rhódania's friend?
Yes, it is.
She goes by Elisich now, but yeah.
Okay.
Rhódania was a very long time ago, but
I get confused with all of the stories that Carolyn has told me, so I'm sorry. But
it's all right. It was a weird time for her then as well.
Yes,
so.
it was her name when I first met her, and it's a lifetime ago now. It was a different world back then.
Yeah, very much.
And this is Talus. And I would assume that Lottie is clocking the interaction between Talus and Carolyn very carefully.
So what's interesting here is you sent that message to Carolyn, and she left you on red, essentially. She ignored it. And as you've been watching...
Mom knows her things. Mom has reasons. Though you will never hear Lottie call her mom to her face.
But you watch her reaction, and her face doesn't change. But the moment her gaze meets Talus, something in the air changes, but only Talus would see this. You lock eyes with this woman, and you see the light around her pupils fracture like stars caught in a kaleidoscope. Huh, she says with a smile. Talus, from your perspective, in this very moment, the sound around you dies mid-note. Lanterns hang frozen in mid-sway. The air stills. Petals and motes of dust are suspended like flecks of amber. Every voice, every motion, slowed to silence. Throughout your studies as a mage breaker, whilst you are not proficient in the arcane works as a practitioner, You are educated in being able to recognize the arcane when it is being utilized. In this very moment right now, not only do you recognize that a spell of immense power is taking effect, but you know what kind of spell. It's the kind that your training has warned of, time and time again. You are aware that in this moment, there is a 9th level time stop in effect. And it has been cast in such a way that only yourself and Kaelin remain unaffected. The whole of reality around you has effectively been put on pause. It's disorientating, confusing, and for you, seeing such a display of raw, intense magic, I would say terrifying. She approaches you with a sense of calm malice, unlike anything you've ever seen before. A mage breaker. It has been quite some time since I've seen one up close. One of Burden's, I assume. How curious. I've been meaning to deal with him eventually. Tell me, does he still promise salvation to those who try to cut magic out of the world? Or has he graduated to something far more preposterous?
Talus utilizes her resting bitch face, but she is terrified. She is so fucking scared right now. So she kind of, she's meeting her eyes, but isn't moving. Just trying not to. If she moves too much, she feels like it'll betray how terrified she is. It's just me here. He doesn't know. We wouldn't want to ruin your party, would we?
She takes a couple of steps closer to you. I'm sure you have your reasons. And I'm sure they are valid in their own right. But you've chosen a dangerous path, child. One you should reconsider. After all, he can't exactly value your well-being all that much if he sent you after me, can he? I think we can both recognize here. You're in way over your head. It's fine. You can be honest.
If I were here to kill you, Kaelin, I wouldn't be here. We wouldn't be talking now.
You mistake your conviction for courage, dear. If I felt so inclined, as she starts walking in a circle around you, I could peel the faith in your cause from your mind like spider silk from a web, and leave you wondering what it was you ever believed in the first place. So I suggest you be careful with your life choices going forward, both for your sake and for hers. And she points at Lottie, who is frozen in this moment in time. And she leans in over your shoulder from behind you. Because if a single spark of harm ever touches her, accidental or otherwise, I will have no choice but to intervene. I have rewritten aspects of the very weave itself, Talis Boloft. Do not force me to erase something far more insignificant. because I have no joy in ending such a misguided life. Instead, I advise you, stick close to Lottie. Very close. Perhaps seeing the good in what her magic can do to the world will help guide you down a better path. And she walks round and stands in front of you again. This is the only warning I will give you.
Fair enough.
As you say those words, a pulse of light encompasses you. As the night returns, time restarts. The sound of the terrace rushes back, the music, the laughter, the chiming bells, all of it exactly where it left off. No one else seems to have noticed anything at all. Kaelin isn't even stood where she was. She stood exactly where she was before. With Lottie, hand on her shoulder, looking like it had never left. Expression composed and pleasant, as though nothing ever happened. Now, where were we? Oh, of course, the ceremony. It's about to begin, and you couldn't have chosen a better vantage point. Trust me, the view from the Luminara Terrace is truly breathtaking. Best seats in the house, I guarantee it.
Oh, she's a lot nicer than I thought she'd be.
No, I was having many reactions I needed to. Holy shit.
So normal.
What a scary.
Did you do all
That was
this?
awesome.
This feels like a you thing, and it looks awesome.
I mean, I might have consulted on some of the aspects of the design work, of course. I mean, you know my signature. You recognize it anyway.
I do. Yeah. It took my breath away when I walked in.
I mean, those little lungs don't hold that much breath, so that's not really. I'm joking.
Hey.
I'm joking. Come on.
We've been over this.
It's only been 6 months. You telling me you've lost the ability to take a joke? You used to be full of jokes.
I'm still full of jokes. I think I'm hilarious. You don't always find me funny, and I don't always find you funny. But I'm hilarious.
Well, someone has to find you hilarious, so I'm glad you found that someone in yourself.
Rude.
Well, of course. That's why you like me as your teacher.
Yeah. It's also why I left.
And then she shrinks and is like, I'm kidding. That was a joke.
I'm well aware, dear. Talis, what do we see as our view shifts from these two and shifts back over to you in this moment?
Are they looking at me? Can they
No.
see me? Okay. Her knees kind of wobble a little bit, and she, but she straightens up pretty quickly, but she very briefly loses her cool and but then she steels herself because in that moment, her mind is reeling with doubt and fear, and it, never before, until this day, has she just been positively flavor blasted by high concentration magic. And so the reality of what she's up against now is really hitting her like a ton of bricks. But now she's like, once this is all over, I'll just go to bed and he'll sort it out. He needs to know all of this. It's fine. So she goes to the table that has a strong drink, and she takes it.
It's not quite as big as the receptacle that Durak has, but you get a sizable drink.
It's humble.
Ever humble.
Of course. Wouldn't have it any other way.
What's everyone else doing in this moment?
I'm gonna go and sit next to Talus, I think. The seat taken?
Go ahead.
Okay. Sit down. So, saw you sneak off earlier. What's that about?
Well, I wasn't exactly the life of the party, was I? Didn't mean to raise my voice. I...
Going through stuff.
Who isn't?
Yeah, but some people are easier at hiding it. Listen. I don't know what you're going through, I should probably say.
Yeah, you don't.
But I could probably give a good guess on how you're feeling. Just on a general level.
How's that?
Confused. Feels like you got the weight on your shoulders, maybe. You're the one who has a task to do. Heavy. Tired.
What'd you say your name was again?
Saoirse Underroot. And just kind of like brings her paw out.
Takes it. Saoirse. It's just a dumb fucking festival.
I know. You still have a bit of fun though, even if you're looking like a miserable git. Trust me.
They're showing off a bit. She gestures to the fucking balls on the walls and candles and light and shit.
I don't see the pain in it. I don't see why there's anything to kind of moan about it. It is pretty. And yes, it is a little bit of showing off. I agree with you. But sometimes you gotta show what you got. I saw what you had potential for in that fight. I see a good fighter in you. Take it from one to another. You've got to see the bright things in life sometimes, alright? Because God knows living in the dark is not where you want to be.
Do you trust the light?
I trust in life.
Do you?
Trust in the Verdant Mother. I trust in the people with me, because if I didn't, then not only would they be dead, but so would I be. And so would my idea of any sort of future. You've got to have something to hold on to, okay? And just because you think that you can just be some sort of lone wolf, it doesn't work. I've tried it.
I can promise you, I don't want to be alone. That was never the plan. But I think you and I lead different lives. And if you'd lived mine, I'd think you'd think these decorations are a bit shit.
Babe, I never said they were good. Just listen to me, alright?
Fine. Have a drink.
You're gonna play the whole broken heart club. Oh, woe is me, my life is so hard. The one thing I'm gonna say is just get over it. You got people here who, I mean, I don't know them, very well, and can't guarantee I trust them. But are you gonna trust this day and age apart from yourself? And you can't always rely on yourself. I've got Fred, I've got Archie, but someone's got to look after the burrow back home. So at least if you're going to rely on someone, even if it's out of us lot, you can rely on me. Like I say, if from one dark heart to another. She lifts up a rogue glass. Could have been a half empty glass. This is when I decide whether or not she drinks. And say, let's see where the arrow flies.
See where the hammer falls.
Concha. And just next whatever the drink she's having. So
As this fascinating conversation is happening, I want to pull the focus over to Calgos, because I'm sure you're drawing many eyes. I dare say you're probably the only Goliath in attendance. So drawing many an eye.
I think he kind of like ambles to and fro because he's used to most furniture not really being built large enough to accommodate his size. So he has to stand a lot. He's used to standing a lot, but at some point, like he's just going to need to make room so he can sit on the floor because that's the only place that can fit him. I think he kind of drifts to and fro. Maybe that like blush on his face never really like goes away because it's so much tension from people that never really gave him any sort of accolades apart from like completing his training in Angerthul. So I think he'll eventually like drift over to the side where Saoirse and Talus are sitting, and he won't try to like interject. I think he'll just be kind of a tree lumbering in the background, a little not doing this, but like
sorry, imagine a tree swaying.
he feels a little awkward by now because it's mostly a lot of staring and probably no one's come up to talk to him. And he did seem boisterous out in like the open when he had something to do, something to accomplish, but now that it's like kind of close quarters, he's feeling a little, he might have a little claustrophobia, come to think of it.
Interesting.
And any space that isn't wide open, I think is going to feel a little cramped. So yeah, he's just ambling toward the back of the area where Saoirse and Talus are sitting.
Okay. I'll say maybe the next 10, 15 minutes or so go by as mingling, entertaining the food and drink that's on offer. I'll say, Durag, what kind of beverage do you think you would be particularly after on this occasion? Because there are several on offer.
He's been on the hard stuff for a little while, and he realizes that, there's a point where rum starts to lose its appeal. So he's going to sort of try and ask what kind of, cask ales, what kind of, they have on draft, a bit more refined. He's probably at this point to the point where he doesn't need to make a concept to say he's very drunk. He's threatening to get out his hardinger like at every point. He's kind of like got the bow in hand and is kind of waving it at people and saying, you want a song? You want a song? But yeah, he's trying to go for something a little bit softer, a little bit easier on the stomach at this point.
Go ahead and roll me a d4.
It's a 1.
A 1, okay. 1 second, let me take a look at the list that I prepared. Amazing. So you are handed a beverage that is based on a drink that I had once in real life at a craft bar in Manchester. It is one of the nicest alcoholic beverages I've ever had. Also the most expensive, as it was, I think, £8 for a third.
Ooh.
Which is why I got it, because I wanted to see if it was worth the money. It was fucking incredible. But it is basically an apricot-infused IPA. And It goes down smooth as butter, but without the butter taste, obviously. And it's interesting because as you drink it, the aftertaste keeps coming back in waves and waves and waves, and it like stimulates your senses and your taste buds. And it's not strong, but it is flavorful. Very enjoyable. You're glad that you're not paying for this, because it is very expensive stuff.
I would, upon trying it, grab one for every single person that is part of our new little merry troop, and I will awkwardly try and carry a tray over to where Talis, Saoirse, and Kalgos are sat, and just be like,
You've got to try this. It's like fucking nectar.
Okay.
I mean, I'll give it a go. Trying to impress our new friend.
I imagine at some point, like, he sat on the floor with, like, his knees awkwardly pulled into his chest, which is probably, it looks like a series of traffic cones in the middle of the hall. So he'll take one and just tentatively sip it.
Talis will take it and kind of, like, smell if there's any, like, see if she can glean any charm out of it, or if there's, like, something altering it besides just yumminess.
I will, for this, you've already used your weave sense.
This is true.
So instead, I will say for this, you can go ahead and give me an Arcana check.
Arcana. Okay.
Part of me feels like while she's being all sus about the drink, like Saoirse's just kind of rolling her eyes and just being like, it's just a dram.
That's
just drink
a
it."
6.
A 6.
A 6.
Is that including your modifier?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, God.
I think you're still reeling from the experience you had earlier.
Yeah, probably.
And I think you're torn because this clearly could be a group, like a cult of mages trying to assassinate you right now. But that thought makes you need a drink more. So you're kind of in a bit of a loop of like...
Yeah.
Can I try and persuade her to neck it? I'm going to grab one for myself as well. How big are they again? They're quite big, aren't they?
I'd say they're quite big for Saoirse, definitely, as a smaller creature.
Great. I was hoping we could do like a loop the neck, loop the arm thing, you know. Right, so like, okay, how about this? I take a sip, you take a sip. You don't take a sip, I'll fucking neck it down you. And if I don't take a sip, you can make me neck it as well, all right? So after 3, you and I are gonna have a neck at it, eh?
You don't have to threaten me, all right?
You're just so fucking tentative. Just live a little. You're too young to live cautiously.
Fine. Let's drink it. And she chugs it.
All right. Fit to count, all right. Neck it as well.
You both neck it, and
It's been a long time since I've had a drink, but yeah.
it goes down like aforementioned nectar. So around about this time, with all of you together, I think Kaelin has like taken a seat next to Lottie. She's seen you now. She's like, I'm sticking with you now. You're here now. I haven't seen you in so long. We have so much to catch up on. So she's probably been like chatting your ear off this whole time, telling you stories about students that have miscalculated different aspects of evocation spells and ended up nearly blowing up the Aetherwalk Observatory. It was a lot to clean up, but you know.
Worse than me?
Some of them are getting there. Not quite at your level, but they're getting there.
Listen, I can't help it. I try really, really hard, but then I write the things down wrong, and then I say it wrong, and...
Look, put it this way. A wise man once said, you write down all the right words, they just might not necessarily be in the right order.
No, I'm pretty sure I messed up the letters.
Then subtract words for letters, the point still stands. It's fine. It's why we call it learning, dear. You'll get there, you just need practice.
Yeah, but you make it look so easy.
I've been doing this for a lot longer than you, dear.
Yeah, I know.
Did I ever tell you when I was about your age, I nearly burnt my hair off entirely to a scalp?
What?
It was the first time I tried to use fire magic, and I swore to never do it again.
Is that why why you tell us that we shouldn't use fire magic? Is because you're worried about our hair?
No, because it's boring. Everyone does it.
It's pretty though. It's not as pretty as this, obviously.
Exactly. Why would you want to cast a silly fucking fireball when you could do something like this? The power of the stars?
It's so much cooler. I know. It's frustrating whenever it takes me longer to learn something because I want to make sure that I'm doing you proud.
My little star. I've been proud of you since the day you walked into that Aetherwalk Observatory.
I know, but I want to actually make sure that I earn it. You know?
Look how far you've come. You're in Bertha. You're in the Ascension Spire in Bertha. You're a Willow Street Guardian or whatever the hell it was they called you.
Actually, that was more Dyraki kind of.
Wait. If they give us credit, we take it, whether or not we've earned it or not.
That seems very counterproductive and not something that should be true.
But it makes for a good story.
Yeah, but it's not my story. It's his story. I was very much a side character in that story. That was not my story.
Every character has its part to play, whether you're a side character or not.
Okay, fair. You're not wrong.
Thank you. End of conversation. Moving on.
Well, why? Gotta have the last word at everything, Carolyn. You know, one of these days I'm just gonna call you Mom so that I can end the conversation. You do realize this, right?
I'm choosing to have misheard you just then. That's what I'm doing.
Sure. I didn't technically call you Mom. I just said I'm gonna do it at some point just so that you can let me have the last word. Just saying.
Well, it's fine. I've been called Daddy, and that was far worse.
I feel like that's actually a compliment, though.
It was. It's just, the first time without context is odd.
Well, that's because you don't know the lingo and don't keep up with things.
The moment is interrupted as you hear the sound of someone tapping a wine glass with a spoon. And the crowd begins to fall silent. Everyone looks over to the edge of the Luminara Terrace. As a figure steps out, the speaker of the Jubilee, a tall, dignified human man in deep gold robes, embroidered with an insignia of the comet, a golden star trailing 3 ribbons of light. This is High Speaker Maltris Orvan, one of the High Stewards of Bertha, a very prominent figure in terms of the bureaucracy of this city. He nods to the crowd as they go silent, and he raises his hands, and as he does, a dozen enchanted lanterns spiral upward around him. He begins to speak, and as he does, his voice is amplified clearly, again like before with the use of a thaumaturgy incantation. He's not speaking loudly, just at a quiet, comfortable volume, but it is echoed out so that everyone can hear clearly. Friends of Bertha, honored guests, and travelers from every corner of Rhódania and Demethrin, welcome. Tonight, we stand together beneath a sky that has waited 3 centuries to bless us once more. The Celestara Concordant returns tonight as a reminder that harmony is not granted. It is chosen. It is forged through trust through struggle, and through faith in one another. When the Concordant passes over our heads, we remember that our differences are all threads, and together they form the great tapestry of our world. For tonight, and for the remaining nights of this celebration, there are no borders, no feuds, no silence between any of us. Only the light. He lowers his hands and the floating lanterns begin to drift skyward, rising high above the platform, before they start blurring into the night sky itself, blending in with the stars. And so, by the grace of the heavens and the will of our people... And he pauses for a moment, measures the wind. Let the Concordant Jubilee begin. A cheer ripples through the crowd. Music swells from musicians distantly. Harps, flutes, violins. The bells of the spire toll once more. Then a voice from the crowd, somewhere behind you all, cries out, "There! Look!" A soft current sweeps across the terrace. A hush that ripples through this gathering crowd. And then you see the first streak of gold splitting the sky. Beginning as a point no larger than a coin, and then it widens, its tail beginning to unfurl like a river of flame and silk. The Celestara Concordant has returned to the skies above Rhódania. Gasps break from the crowd, the comet's glow intensifies, washing the marble of the Ascension Spire in molten gold. The air itself is shimmering. Every crystal goblet and jeweled clasp catches the light and scatters it back into 1,000 tiny little suns. Children are lifted onto shoulders, scholars clutching their notebooks with trembling hands, taking notes vigorously. Across the entire terrace, it's like no one is breathing. Everyone holds their breath for fear of missing it. It feels in this moment that the whole of this world is looking up at the same thing. One heartbeat, one breath, one people, beneath the same beautiful golden night sky. And then a flicker. So small, most people don't even notice. The comet's radiance dims just for a heartbeat. Then it returns, but something about it seems wrong. The gold sharpens into white. The tail fractures, breaking into filaments that twist and fade. The cheering around you begins to falter. Few voices carry on, unaware and still joyous, but with this being an event that happens every 300 years, there are few here, very few, who have seen it before, and would know if something was different. But those who do know, those who have seen, and for some unexplained reason, the 5 of you, all fall silent. Lottie, you feel Kaelin's hand on your shoulder. It goes rigid. If you look at her, her eyes narrow. A look of awe on her face, slowly shifting to No. Dread? An expression you've never seen her wear before. She's responding to whatever it is you've seen up above as it continues, and you hear her muttering under her breath. No, it's deviating. That path is wrong. The comet shudders in the sky, very visibly. A great ripple passing through this body of light. The speaker's voice, so confident moments ago, falters slightly as he attempts to say to the rest of the crowd, "Friends, do not be alarmed. This is... it's..." His words trail off, and he never finishes that sentence. The comet flares, and then it turns. It begins to fall. A thousand voices cry out, some in wonder, some in confusion. The streak of gold plummets eastward, over the distant mountains and beyond, leaving a scar of light across the heavens. And then a sound follows moments later, like the sky itself tearing open. And then... nothing. The stars return to the night sky. The glow from the comet vanished. Kaelin takes her hand off Lottie's shoulder. By the gods, I dreamt of this once. A falling star, the sky undone. I thought it was a warning, but of what?
You dreamt of it?
But it was just a dream. It was silly. I mean, what could reach high enough to make a star fall?
I mean, I don't know. That's normally your department. But you told me that dreams are very powerful, especially with what we do, so...
She doesn't respond. And you blink, and she's gone.
Carolyn?
Each of you blink, and everyone around you is gone. The terrace is gone. The crowd, the city, it all suddenly dissolves into light as the five of you experience a shared vision. You are no longer standing on stone, but on the surface of a still reflection. A mirrored plane stretching endlessly in every direction. Above you, the comet, the Celestara Concordant, burns like a second sun, its light pouring down in threads that weave and unweave before your very eyes. Endless stars above, scattered like dust across an ocean of black glass. The comet is motionless, frozen overhead, mid-descent, its trail suspended in its stillness. And then, one by one, the stars begin to move. Combining, uncombining, shifting themselves. A new pattern takes form. Something vast, something old, something that should not be, something that should never have been, until you're looking at a constellation you have never seen before. It burns brighter than the rest, impossibly bright. Each star joined by lines of golden light that thrum like living veins. You can feel it in your bones. A vibration, as if the heavens themselves are breathing through you. It feels so very wrong, and yet, in a strange way, it feels right. At the same time, is it familiarity? Is it acceptance? Is it loss? What is it? It's an emotion, and you can't tie a specific one to it. And then comes a voice. You hear it together in every language, and yet no language at all. The light falls not by will, but by design. Remember the shape of what was lost. Remember the name that binds the dawn. The stars flare, the comet's light collapses inward. The final image you see is the Celestaria Concordant itself shattering into 3 pieces that streak across the sky, each falling to a different horizon. And then darkness. You blink, and you find yourself back in the world. The terrace, the comet gone. The crowd around you cheering, laughing as though nothing has happened. And you look towards the sky, and it all looks fine, but just in the back of your peripheral vision, like when you've stared at a light for too long and you look away and you still have that after image, that shape, that constellation remains for a few moments before fading. There is a crashing of a glass to the side of you as Kaelin stumbles and almost falls over. She catches herself on the table. She's struggling in this moment.
Thought he would immediately go to help.
You can see her face is pale. Her eyes are wide. Tell me you saw that as well.
The weird vision thing?
You saw it as well.
Yeah.
I'm relieved and also not relieved at the same time. This is very bad. This is...
What does it mean?
I don't know. I hate not knowing. That's the worst fucking part.
I know you do. Are you okay?
I
You don't look so good.
I'm not,
And that I don't mean that in a mean way or anything, but like
I don't...
you look really wrong.
Wrong. I think everything's wrong right now. Sorry. I'm fine. I'm fine. Just, I need,
Sit. Sit, please, so you don't hurt yourself.
And for the first time ever, she listens to you. She sits, and as she does, you look around, and those Celestromancers that you saw earlier in the recognizable robes all seem to be in a similar state.
Shit.
I don't know if that was a warning or something worse. I don't know what that was. I need to know what that was.
Okay.
Well, I'll be fine. Just give me a few moments. I'll figure it all out in a jiff. It's fine. Just it's fine.
It's not fine. I've never seen you look like this, Carolyn.
Talus goes over to her and just says, "What do you mean you don't know what that was? You are the most powerful person in this room. What do you mean you don't know?"
So you saw it too?
I did.
Lottie looks at everybody else. Did you guys see it?
Yeah.
I think it's safe to say that all of us saw it.
For the first time, you guys see Jorak and he's not smiling. He's just like stoic.
Same.
Gonna go with, this is very bad and a warning based off of this information because, and she points at the other Celestiomancers. They're all like you right now, and this looks very, very bad.
I think in this moment, there'll be like a forced half smile on her face. And without looking, she will respond to Talus. There you go, darling. See, there are far more terrifying things in the world than magic. You've got bigger problems than me.
I'm sorry, is that not to do with magic?
It doesn't feel like it to me. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
Who will know?
I will in time, maybe. I don't know. I'm not going to find anything out here.
Hey,
The only
take a
thing that I
breath.
can think of that could be not magic is like gods or something, but
I mean,
even they have some element of magic.
but let's try to take a breath. Maybe center ourselves before we consider what that could be. Just
you know, I like you. Is it Calgos?
yeah. Hi.
Told you he was a good egg.
Yes, and other egg-shaped head as well. But that's beside the point.
What a bitch!
Again,
Don't worry, big guy. It's a nice egghead.
these
Our
people keep doing it.
Like a duck egg.
our view now pulls away from the Ascension Spire in this moment. Everyone processing whatever it was that they just witnessed, and our view pulls across the rooftops of Berthy, this city still glowing in gold and sapphire beauty. And the last thing we see, just as a little end credits scene, is a silhouette stood on a rooftop, watching on with some binoculars. And pulls them down, and we don't see a face, but we do see light reflecting off very white teeth, smiling. Well, I suppose maybe you have found a weakness that we can exploit. Very good work, Talus. Very good work indeed. And our view continues to pull past and away from Berthy, out into the vast wilds of Rhódania, and far to the east, beyond the mountains and valleys. Unbeknownst to any of you, something ancient and forgotten has found its way back to the waking world. And that's all for this week. Tune in next time for the continuation of Tales of the Rhódani Starfall. And I forgot to say this last time, so saying it now just for good measure. If there's anything else left to say, keep questing, QJs. Good night.
Good night. Bye.